Hi, I'm Craig Gilroy.
And I'm Luke Marshall. 2019 is coming to a close, so we're just going to look back at a few of our favourite moments over the last decade here at Ulster Rugby.
So the first game that stands out in the last decade is Munster on New Year's Day 2018. Obviously it's an Interpro, so it's really important, and it was at home and there was really good buzz just because it was after Christmas. We were losing, didn't start too well, and Munster took a lead just under 25 minutes in. The 2 tries up, 10-0. So not a great start.
Yeah. It's funny because at this stage I'm sure they were thinking we could get a bonus point for half time, and there's not a chance we're going to lose this game.
Yeah, disappointed at half time, but we came out of the blocks in the second half.
Cooney again, another man down injured. McCluskey, Darren Cave's through. Darren Cave is going to make it for Ulster.
So Cavey got our first try, the big man.
Yeah, if this isn't at home, we don't win this game for me. Like, you know, it's the atmosphere, the crowd get behind you. That we needed something special. I think like the crowd were pretty special that day.
Yeah.
It's just the hit, and was it a high tackle? Oh my word!
Yeah.
You don't want to say a game decided by a red card, but
yeah,
certainly it helped us.
Better stuff by Ulster. Little chip through. Here comes Gilroy. Gets the ball.
I'm sure Cavey revisited that chip a few times in the next few weeks.
Yeah. Then another one came pretty quick after. Yeah. It's one of those ones, you know, Christian, such a good attacking out half, just catches and gives. It almost doesn't even need to look.
Nicely done. Herring gets it away. Here goes Lidlow. It's going to be a bonus point for the Ulster.
Great finish.
Probably didn't need to dive. But you know what Robbie's like? Likes to run into the corner.
24-17 anyway, finished. After being down by 17 points. To come back, New Year's Day, home crowd, Interpro. Yeah, it was a pretty special game.
One other game stands out for me is a game against Toulouse. I think it's 5 years ago maybe or so, around that anyway, at home. Ended up being quite a big score. I think we put 40 points on them. Yeah, it was just another one of those special European nights. Big French team coming in, and it was, just from the get-go we started really strongly, and it's one of those games where everything seemed to come off, and it was a pretty dominant display. Fortunately I scored as well, which is nice. We'll watch it now.
Yeah, can't wait.
Marshall all on his own on the left wing. Vasser Clark screaming for support. Crossfield kick. Pinar sees him.
Yeah, it was just an unbelievable kick off his left foot. I actually lost the ball in the lights, so it was a total guess where it was. I just stuck my hand up.
One-handed set down, risky.
Yeah. Ice cold.
Thanks for hugging me back. Not. So this next game is the Munster-Ulster quarter-final, the Heineken Cup in 2012. So our group was Aroni, Clermont and Leicester. We had some really good home performances in our group, but we lost a couple of away games, so we finished second. So we were drawn Munster away in the quarter-final, which was a huge challenge for us back then, and one that we were probably written off for and huge underdogs for.
Movement possible, but it's coming this side, and young Gilroy, and Gilroy's got the pace of his man there, and a lovely shimmy as well. It's keeping going to score one of the great tries.
I can remember watching that. I think I was sitting at home with my
Still
family.
in school?
Yeah.
I'm only joking, we're the same age.
I think I was watching it with my brother, but we were on our feet at this stage. I think we were maybe swearing at you for not passing.
Yeah. A lot of
most people probably
were swearing at me for not passing.
Is it? He is on the inside.
Even Cavey.
Is it Cavey on the inside?
Well, Humph passes and keeps going through. Because I step off my left, I step into Humph.
Yeah.
You see there? We nearly take each other out.
That's Cavey, yeah. Cavey on the right.
I was going to pass to Cavey.
He would have got tackled by Murray, wouldn't he?
Well, Murray and the ref sort of collide, and then Murray just tackles him off the ball, and then just did enough to get over. Just watch straight after it. Cavey's like, why didn't you pass?
It's not like Cavey though.
I know. Yeah, it was just an amazing feeling.
Nice dyed hair.
I wasn't dyed.
Wasn't that? No.
No.
Looks like it's got blonde tips.
It's just a wee bit of from the summer, lemon juice. Like yourself. It'd be one of my favourite, definitely. It was just a special week. I was rooming with Nev the night before, you know, and I think we were both quite nervous, and then the bus to the stadium. It was just, I just couldn't believe the support of how many Ulster fans had travelled down to support us, friends, family, everyone, and almost make you a wee bit like emotional driving in. So to come away with the win, it was just it was just an amazing week, amazing game.
The next game that stands out for me, another European game against Clermont. Another great win. I think we got a bonus point against them. I suppose it stands out just because Clermont, as they are now, were one of the giants in Europe, and they started the game really well against us. I think they scored early on within about 5 minutes. Yato scored, and I can remember being under the post and thinking we could be in for a very long day here, and I think the crowd probably thought that too. You could feel there was a bit of nervous energy in the stadium.
Marshall!
Oh yes, looky.
I think as well the great thing that day was we sort of almost beat them at their own game. Obviously they play quick rugby as well. They're probably a wee bit bigger than us, but you know, I think the pace we played with, they struggled to contain us that day, and it really was a great win in the end.
This next one is Leicester at home in 2011. A lifetime ago, back in years ago. Sorry. It was a huge European week for us. I remember being quite nervous all week, and obviously Leicester had an unbelievable side. Trimble scored 2 tries this game. I think this is his first one.
Pienaar again, Vandenberg had 2 goals, doesn't matter, Trimble!
I remember the
Spring chicken.
the preparation for this week really clearly, because I found it quite interesting, because they had Tuolangi playing on one of the wings opposite Trimble, and he was one of their best players, and we went into the game like targeting him, which I thought was quite funny, because obviously you normally stay away from their best players, but we really went after him, and Trimble ended up scoring 2 tries against him.
Out goes the ball, Trimble again, same corner! Same man!
And match in the bag. To come away with a bonus point win and to dot down, I just really enjoyed it. You just really enjoy nights like that, and you look back on, and that was definitely one of the games that stood out for me. Yeah, no, of course I looked up to Trimble and always enjoyed playing with him, and I think it was strange because we would have been competing against each other as well for position, but it was nice to see each other do well, and we just had that good relationship.
This was pre-Tommy though, so there wasn't quite as much competition for the wing spots.
Yeah, then Tommy came in and ruined everything. Yeah, this is it, I think. And I haven't watched this 1,000 times on YouTube.
He's got the men outside, and Ulster have got the try with Gilroy.
So it was really nice to dot down, and then Trimble comes and Trimble again to the rescue. He comes to celebrate, but there's a really cheesy moment here. He puts his hand on my shoulder, and my hand goes on his hand, which is on my shoulder, and there's a picture of it, and it just looks
very tender.
Oh, I can't forget Paul Marshall scored as well.
Just fast forward up.
Yeah, sorry, we're out of time. So I think a lot of Ulster fans will remember wee Paul's try. So, oh my goodness, I forgot how bad the celebration was. But nonetheless, a really good try from him, especially, you want your subs to make an impact off the bench. So yeah, all in all, good night at the office.
Yeah, one of my best memories playing for Ulster was actually away to Leicester, 2014,
2014, I think this is.
2013,
this says.
Really
memorable.
Yeah. Last game in the group, away. I think we were both in a similar position. We potentially were both qualified, but it was just a decider who was going to qualify top of the group. Yeah, it was a pretty special night. I think Ruan played a pretty big part in it, so he probably took most of the plaudits.
Get the headline tonight, or maybe not. Maybe it is that man, Pienaar. For Ulster, they do not want.
I think it's another one of those games similar to the Munster one we talked about earlier, when the game just sort of turned on its head. I think they must have been thinking 19-9 up at home, second half, only sort of half an hour left. It was probably in the bag, because I think they were pretty dominant throughout the game, and then Ruan scores a touchdown try, and the game suddenly changes. Suddenly we're level.
For the first time, for the lead in the match for Ulster and Ruan Pienaar, and European Cup journeys are plotted.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's another one of those away games where whenever you hear the Ulster fans singing "Stand Up for the Ulstermen," especially in somewhere like Wilford Road, it's pretty special. it's class to hear our supporters being so loud, and again, like in a game like that it was like to hear them sort of carries you through. And definitely would have helped us get that result.
So much has changed since we started back in 2010, 2011. Spring chickens out of school.
Yeah.
It's been an amazing journey to be on and be able to play for this club and province for so long, and still to be here, still competing for a spot. And I suppose we owe a lot to the fans as well for being so supportive.
Obviously, this stadium has totally changed stands and everything. Like the old stands gone, everything's new, modern. We train here now. We used to train at New Forge. We're the only 2 players that are left here from 2010 when we started. Which is crazy because we're still pretty young. We're not that old.
Thanks so much for watching, and comment below your favourite moment of Ulster Rugby over the last decade.